추워. 아이고.
할머니. 집 많아요. 어머머.
7, 8년 준다.
First meal of the day.
매실
이걸 7, 8년 하셨어요?
든다고 오래되었다.
만든 지가
7, 8 years fermented, homemade by my grandma.
이거는 2년
어?
2년 된 거.
이거 2년 된 거예요?
이것은 2년 된 것이고
2-year 매실.
매실 이것도 매실인데 오래된
This
거.
is 7 years. Oh, it looks so good.
물렁물렁해서
그래 엄마.
오,
아유 좋아.
집밥이 최고야.
그래. 너도 이제 뭔가를 아는구나.
This is house food in Korea. You got some fermented kimchis and 매실, which actually I don't know what it is. Some kind of plum and cucumbers. And my aunt stir-fried some sausages with onions. And I don't know what it is about fried eggs, but fried eggs taste so good in Korea. And I can never get the kimchi soup to taste like my aunt and my grandma. Oh, this is so good.
이렇게 한 번씩 먹고 싶으지?
It's a hectic day. I just got to the airport and my uncle picked me up and dropped me off at the older aunt's place. And then I just had some real quick to eat. It was delicious. And stopping by my aunt's little clinic before we head to see my grandpa at the hospital. And me and my grandma are just loitering in the streets. By the way, I'm at Hwangmyeong, which is sort of an outskirt of Seoul. It's a super residential area, and I guess this is like the street food, street market area. It's just full of these high-rising, high-tower apartments.
내 사랑하는 손자 딸들 보내주셔서 감사를 드립니다. 아멘. 이 시간 이후의 생활이 주님 함께 하시고 인도하셔서 복되고 복된 자리로 인도해 주시옵소서. 감사하고 예수님의 이름으로 기도드립니다.
아멘. 아멘. 최고.
할아버지, 밥 먹으러 갈게.
그래 그렇게 기분이 좋다. 야 오늘 최고야.
최고예요?
아 우리 와도 오냐 소리도 않고.
오늘 눈빛이
바람막이 없어.
완전 너무 좋아.
아, 그래도 이렇게 보니까 기분 좋아.
그러니까 우리는 맨날 한 번 올 때마다 할아버지 컨디션 보다는 기분이 우울했다 좋았다 그래.
그래? Okay, there's just so much happening. I can't really go over everything, but we had to leave because it is dinner time for them. But me and my aunt and my grandma, we're going to the local traditional market to pick up some porridge and food because our youngest aunt is gonna come visit us from another area of Seoul. Hwangmyeong 전통시장. This is my favorite traditional market, and I am already smelling a lot of delicious smells. But we're not going to be able to hang out here too long. We're just going to come here, get what we need, and get out. Alright, I'm here at my favorite porridge place in Korea. It's only $3 for the pumpkin, $3 for the red bean, and $5 for the abalone. Alright, we actually opted for the large, and that's $7. Oh, okay, so we're here to get some traditionally homemade tofu, but we tried some grounded beans. Oh, it tastes so good, so fresh. I'm getting my aunt to get it for me. So I actually just tried imported beans. This is domestic. So maybe it's in our heads, but we all sort of agreed that the domestic beans tasted better. So she upsold us on the domestic one. Generally, Koreans think that made in Korea or grown in Korea tastes better or is better because they generally have like a higher standard for produce, etc. Usually when they import it, it comes from like Vietnam or China where you don't really have as strict of a control. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it's in my head, but it does taste really good. Didn't plan it, but we're gonna buy some zucchinis. All this looks so fresh. And it's obviously from Korea too. Oh, look at this, it looks so good. Oh, I'm gonna have to come back.
장수 막걸리.
Okay, we're gonna get some rice wine.
우리 입이 몇 개인데.
My aunt wants to get more than one. Alright guys, so that's a brief glimpse of more things to come. I'm sure I'll be back here more often. It's just a tease for me too, but we're moving at the lightning fast pace of my aunt. Marathonia? Another great benefit to this market is cheap parking. It was only 30 cents. By the way, my aunt swears that this is the best brand, 장수, if you can't find anything else. Although she says 밤막걸리가 있으면 밤막걸리가 더 맛있다고. 밤막걸리, which is chestnut 막걸리. So if you can find that, go for it. If not, she thinks this is the best. By the way, Koreans have the most advanced GPS. Look at this. 3D. Has all these spots for where the road bumps are. Oh my gosh. School crossings. Yeah, Americans need to catch up on the technology. Another thing is, like, all Korean cars have these backup cameras because it's a necessity in Korea as you're parking in the tightest of spaces. Standard option for even the smallest, cheapest cars. Oh, another interesting thing is you'll notice that most of the cars are Hyundais and Kias, but you'll see a lot of Chevrolets because I think they bought Daewoo or something, so they're technically considered a Korean company. So we're prepping for the feast. Oh, you gotta put ginger in pork meat to eliminate the scent. That's the secret. I've been missing this. I tried to make this in Bangkok myself, but the tofu just isn't up to standard over there. Look how thick this pumpkin soup is. You got little mochi balls.
이건 뭐야? 간수? 맛있어?
이 맛이야, 이 맛. 아, 내가 홍콩 여기저기에서 호박죽을 많이 먹어봤거든? 근데 이 호박죽 같지 않아. Guys, you have to try this pumpkin porridge. It's so chewy, it's very nutty, and you get the essence of the hobak, which is the pumpkin, and I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. You just gotta try it. It's so good.
뭐 좋아할지 모르니까.
And the red bean porridge is legit. It's actually not very sweet like other red bean porridges or dishes. So it's perfect with kimchi.
거기선 절대 먹어볼 이 맛이 안 되지.
안 나와. 아, 이게 한국 음식의 에센스인 것 같아.
맞아.
고소함과 그 매운맛.
이거 잘 못 마셔. 조금만 마시면 돼.
그래, 냉겨.
We're trying to share this one bottle of rice wine amongst the four of us. This is like the most wholesome drinking you'll ever see. It's served in a coffee mug.
그게 없어. 나 그릇이 필요해. 막걸리 잔 필요해. 양은 그 그릇 살 거야.
아니 막걸리는 이런 데서 마시는 거 아니야? 이런
그런 거 노란 거.
건배.
짠.
짠.
지금 금방 약을 2개를 다 먹었거든.
맛있는 거 먹고. 이러고 손가락이 풀지 않아.
Oh, that's a very good contrast to everything we're eating right now. It's a sour.
이것도 제일
Yeah,
맛있다니까.
you definitely taste the probiotics in there. It's a yogurt like
제일 맛있어.
rice, wine, alcohol. I don't know. You have to try it. Hey guys. So I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm so sorry today that I couldn't put together a coherent vlog, but I think it really portrays how Korea is. It's just very hectic, very fast paced. It's taking some time for me to adjust and get used to it. But there's just so many things I felt today and so many things I've learned from my grandmother and what my grandparents have taught me, and just talking to my older aunts, that I thought I'd share it with you before I sign off. And that is that although I've spent most of my adult life in America and even more in Thailand than in Korea, there is just something very familiar about Korea. And I guess it's one of those out of sight, out of mind things. When I'm not in Korea, I don't feel it. But when I'm here, it just, something feels very much at home. And I think it's really my family. And the other thing is that, I mean, the original reason I decided to come back here for so long when, you know, obviously there's so many other places I want to see, I want to explore and do, and new experiences I want to have. But what really triggered this trip is I found out that my grandfather, he got Alzheimer's. And I feel that my grandfather is somebody who loves me the most in this world. And thinking that somebody who loves me, you know, is gonna lose his memory of the person who loves, that I'm gonna lose someone. I don't know. It feels even more tragic than that sometimes. Not because I'm losing something, but because I started to become very desperate to want to express how much I appreciate and love this man, you know, and I feel like I haven't given that enough time. So that's why I thought, you know, having new experiences and everything is very important, but at the same time, you have to balance it out with the fact that you should also show and be with the people that are closest to you before they pass. So that's why I came out here. And talking to my grandmother and talking to my grandfather, I feel I've definitely made the right choice, because I feel that when you get old, something they that I've realized watching my grandfather is that your accomplishments don't really matter when you're older. You're most likely gonna forget, first of all, your most recent accomplishments, and you'll probably dwell more on your past. And just seeing how happy my grandfather is, even though he's in a situation where he has to get long-term health care, because he has very fond memories of me and when he was younger, and just seeing how full his life is, that says a lot to me. And just hearing from my grandmother that nothing is more important, and tasting through her food that there isn't really a greater joy sometimes than just great people and great food. I feel that, yeah, accomplishments aren't really that important when you grow older. It seems like everybody sort of digresses the same thing. And just hearing my grandmother and grandpa and my uncles and aunts confirming all that, I guess it sort of, in some ways, gave me confidence that, you know, what I'm doing, just trying to live a happy, positive life, is assuring. But at the same time, I feel that I should spend more time with my family, and I'm happy to be back here and be able to, you know, take this very, very long vacation, and feel blessed to be able to be out here to do that. So yeah, guys, take it for whatever it is. Maybe you're already spending a lot of time with your family, and that's great. Your life is full. But, you know, don't be pursuing accomplishments, because when you grow older, it seems like it really doesn't matter. And, you know, you could have a life full of accomplishments, but you won't be as happy as somebody who just has great people and great food around them. And I feel really blessed to have family that prioritizes that and lives it and embodies that. So this trip to Korea is gonna be great. I can feel it already. I honestly don't have any plans. I don't even know where I'm gonna go. But I just know that all I want to do is spend time more with my family, and when Mayu gets here, introduce her to my family and just have great food and a great time. So expect to see longer segments of really everything we do, like go to traditional markets and go to delicious restaurants. And I also want to show you how great house food is. Koreans call it JipBap. I don't care what other cultures say, but in Korea, having grown up as a Korean for my younger years and having Korean parents, I can tell you, Koreans value house food far more than street food. It is the essence of Korean food. It is the essence of soul food in Korea. And I want to show you that and not, go on with the hype with the street food. Although Korean street food is great, and I'll show you Korean street food as well, because there's plenty of that to come as well. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. I have to sign off and sleep. I'm so tired right now. But here's to another great 3 weeks out here in Korea. Thanks again guys for checking out this video. If this is your first time, be sure to check out our channel for more vlogs released Saturdays and our longer discussion and walking videos released Wednesdays. I've color-coded our main vlogs with the black sidebars as opposed to our longer form discussion or walking videos with pink or no sidebars for your convenience. Be sure to also check out our Facebook and Instagram pages to keep up to date and communicate with us. And remember, we also have our second channel, Traveling Asia, that's dedicated to our international travels as well.